we need to get to the bottom of this. And yes, I said we because I really need your input in the comments, because we have multiple Leon Kennedys by third-party companies coming out, and I'm having a tough time kind of deciding which one I really want to go for. So together, let's go through and compare, contrast, look at pricing, see what they come with, and decide which Leon Kennedy I should go for. If you're a big Resident Evil fan out there and you want a Leon Kennedy as well, which one you should go for. And not even gonna lie, I still have yet to play Resident Evil 9, but Leon Kennedy is freaking awesome. I remember playing as him in the VR game, like kicking dudes in the head in Resident Evil 4. So yeah, I definitely need a Leon Kennedy, even if I haven't gotten to the game yet, because you know I have the gaming channel, so definitely check it out in the description if you want to check it out over there, because we're going to play Resident Evil 9 over there eventually. But not gonna lie, we just finished 007. We have Black Flag coming up in like 2 weeks. Then we'll have Wolverine on PS5, and then we have GTA 6 dropping. So lots of fun stuff on the gaming channel coming up pretty soon. But as for Leon Kennedy, definitely need to play Resident Evil 9. And we're not only gonna be looking at him, I also might want to get Grace, because there's one of them that comes with some accessories I really want. We'll also compare the different Graces, because there's like 4 different Graces, I think. Also like 4 different Leons, 4 different Graces, and then there's one Resident Evil character, one of my fan favorites, especially from Resident Evil 4, that I have to lock in, that we'll talk about at the end. But yeah, that one's already going to be locked in. But definitely help me out in the comments, because there was one of these Leons announced earlier, and I was like, oh, maybe I need to get that one. But now we have a bunch more. We even have a rooted hair one, which you can see right here. So this one, Leon Scott Kennedy right there. This one is by Umbrella themselves, apparently, according to the logo. And it has rooted hair, or implant hair is more like it. They probably do implant hair, kind of like how Hot Toys InArt does it. I don't know if they do it as well. That Barbosa looks like it came out awesome, and that was from a third-party company. So I wonder how good this one would turn out. So if you have experience or know these companies and how good their figures also come out, because I personally don't have first-hand experience with like any of the companies we're going to be looking at. So if you have first-hand experience, definitely let us know in the comments as well. But this one does look pretty freaking good. You get 2 head sculpts, 2 implant hair head sculpts. You get this one that's all battle damage, and I really like the look of it. You get this one here that's clean, like very stoic. I kind of love that look. The jacket looks freaking flawless, in my opinion. It looks really, really good. The gun's all weathered, awesome looking. I love this belt right here. Like, look, the grenade, the handgun, like everything for the belt looks great. The forearms actually look really good, really detailed, muscular. The gloves, the Requiem right there. Yes, I know a little bit about the game, even though I haven't played it yet. I try to avoid spoilers, but they just come my way a lot of times, because I'm a big Resident Evil fan. Also excited for Veronica to come out, because that's the next remaster they're doing. But gotta get to 9, gotta do it. Maybe I'll start playing all the Resident Evils over there. We'll have to see on the gaming channel, I mean. But this one looks really good in my opinion. I really like the detail and everything. I really like the hair. The price is what kind of drew me away a little bit, but we'll talk about that when we get there. But like everything looks great. The shirt, the blue shirt, and it's cool because I'm kind of glad they did this for Requiem, this style of jacket and outfit, because it looks a little like his Resident Evil 4 look. But of course his jacket was brown in that one, pretty iconic, had the fur up top and everything too. But this one's all black and blue, and I really like this look for him. He looks freaking awesome. Here, this one also comes with a diorama base, so you get like the half staircase. I want to say that's the police department, in Raccoon City. So maybe I want to say that's that staircase. I don't know 100% sure. Kind of looks like it a little bit, if I remember correctly, from Resident Evil 2. Maybe let me know if you know for sure down in the comments, because like I said, I haven't played Requiem yet, so maybe it's a completely different building that just has a similar looking staircase. But look at that, the axe looks amazing. His little hatchet right there. He gets different handguns, so he gets this one, not only Requiem. Like I said, I love all the magazine pouches. The bullets up there look fantastic. I am really digging this one. Here's the overall shot, and he comes with a heck ton of stuff. So 2 head sculpts with magnetic rolling eyeballs, which I really like because it is implanted hair. Don't really want to tussle with the hair too much. You just want to kind of maneuver it however you want. And it's hard to tell, like going back here, looks like the hair might be a little messier on the like damaged head sculpt. Maybe it's just the angle of the head, but maybe I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I do really like how that damaged head sculpt looks. It just looks awesome, to be honest. But here's what you get. So you get some ammo you put in the pouch. You get the pouches, looks like maybe real zippers, some ammo pouches. You get the shotgun with like the full down grip on the end, and the pistol grip shotgun, and then also that little compensator at the end. I want to say it's a pretty low res picture, but the best we're gonna get right now. As a pre-order bonus, you get the rocket launcher. That's awesome to see. Get the handgun with different attachments and stuff. Not sure if they're removable. Looks like a compensator maybe. Dang, I wish there was a higher res image. I swear, I'm trying my best. I'm not really sure what that is, to be honest. You get the Requiem. You get 2 different looks for the Requiem, because this one actually you get quite a bit of stuff. You get 3 different hatchets, but depending on the style you want to go for. I'm guessing in the game, there's probably like different looks you can get, because I know there's like skins and stuff like that. So I'm guessing that's probably what it is. Different looks you can unlock in the game or buy with real money, because you know they always do that. You can buy a deluxe edition or something like that. Get a green vial, you get a flashlight. Not sure if the flashlight works. You get a reload for the Requiem, which is kind of cool. The individual bullets, and it's like you just pop it in there. You get some shells, the green shells. So they slugs, maybe they're slugs. You get whatever that blue saying is. You get 2 grenades. You get that awesome looking base. A little drawn towards this one because of the base, but there is one other one in here that, yeah, there's like 2. We'll talk about it, of course, but there's 2 I'm kind of convinced on, or like debating between, but there's also another one we'll take a look at. You see, you get gloved hands. You don't get a ton of swap out gloved hands with this one. Looks like you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gloved hands and 1 infected ungloved hand. So yeah, I wish they give you more infected hands or ungloved hands, but you just get 1, I guess, if you want to show him looking at his hand or something like that. You get the bag here, which maybe has keys or something in it. You get his watch. You get his little tiny knife right there. Looks kind of cool. You get some bottles and you get a photo. Not really sure what's in that photo exactly. Kind of low resolution, like I said, but this one comes with a lot of awesome looking stuff. But this is where they kind of got me. So I'm referencing 1.6 Outfitters because they're US based, so you don't have to pay extra fees or anything when they're coming in. That's usually where I get third-party figures, sometimes elsewhere, but usually if you're US based, they're like the safest option, I'd say. It's $400. So $400 is a lot. It's more than some Hot Toys Artisan Edition figures. So you do get that 2 implant hair head sculpts, but that is a lot of money for this one. $400. It looks cool. The head sculpts look very detailed, very nice, if they turn out that good, because it's third party. Sometimes third party is a little risky. I do really like that diorama base. I love the fact you can like lean the weapons on there. Yeah, I do really like the look of this one, but 400 is quite a bit. But he does come with a lot. As you can see, the weapons and accessories. I wanted to throw this in here to see if they mention materials and stuff like that. It does say head sculpt with smoothable eyes, rooted, battle damage with rooted hair. You get 2 of them. And then, of course, like 1 male body, 2 pairs of hands, 1 infected hand, 1 black leather jacket. It doesn't say if it's like genuine leather or anything in here. I guess it doesn't really mention the materials too much. I'm hoping some of it's die cast. I just don't know exactly when I was trying to look into it. But you see, you do get a lot of stuff, a lot of like really cool looking things. It's just quite a bit of money. Oh yeah, RPDs. Yeah, so Raccoon Police Department staircase. I was spot on. Okay, the stars group photo also. That's what that was. I'm just reading this now. Apparently, I just, when I was putting this together, I just blocked it out of my vision. But you do get a lot, but it is a little pricey. There is another version of it that's sculpted hair for a little cheaper. So you see the sculpted hair, it doesn't look too bad, but once you see the implant hair, man, it always makes me be like, but there's an implanted version, so I could get that one and it would look really cool. Like this one also comes with less. So he comes with like the unskinned, like not unskinned. He comes with the basic hatchet or axe. Also the basic Requiem. He doesn't get any of the skins or anything like that for him. So he comes with a little less there. Still gets a diorama base though. The head sculpts still look pretty good, but you can see right here, they just don't look as good. It looks like a big chunk of hair put on there. And then with this one, I do like how it looks. Also, it looks like a big chunk of hair on there, of course, you know. So, man, yeah, help me out with that. Does Sculpted or the implanted look good, or is implanted? I don't know this third-party company too much. Do those ones kind of, you know, is it going to fray and look really bad over time? I just don't know. Sculpted hair, a lot of people like Sculpted because it doesn't really mess up. You don't have to style it. You don't really have to worry about it too much. This Sculpted hair looks all right. We will compare it, of course. But this one's $300. Not gonna lie, still quite a bit of money, still hefty, and you get a lot less stuff, not the implant hair. So $100 more, getting a bunch of different axes, 2 Requiem, stuff like that, plus implant hair. I think might be worth it because the 2 implant hairs, head sculpts and everything. They said rooted in here, but I don't know if they're actually rooted. We'd have to see if I do get that one. Yeah, so it's $300 for that one. But you see this one's by PY Studio, so the other one, of course, PY Studio. Should probably call out where they're actually from in case I'm like, help me out, do you know this company? And then I don't even tell you. So that would make sense if I actually show it. And then this is another one, which can't even lie, this one throws me off a little bit. Yeah, we'll compare it to his model from the game, but I don't really see Leon there a whole lot. Like, does this one look really good? I think the hair looks a little too wavy. The jacket is a bit too poofy, but it does still look kind of cool. I don't know. I don't really like the face too much. So this is the one I'm kind of like, not really feeling that one too much. Like, this shot does look really cool. The hair does look pretty detailed. Just, I don't know. I don't know if I'm really seeing Leon here. So of course, here's the overall shot for this one. Weathered Kennedy, they call him. Kind of funny. He gets like the holster, of course, the Requiem. He gets the handgun. So less accessories. He gets different hands. Looks like 3 pairs. He does get the belt, the ammo, the hatchet. So he's very bare bones. It doesn't even show a base from what I saw. So no base either. But he's 240. So $60 less than the other sculpted ones. So if I'm just going like right now before we do the comparisons between this one and say this one, I still think this one's more worth it with the extra stuff you get, unless you don't care about all the extra stuff and the base. I'd say for $60 more the other one, but this one, you know, it's all right if you want a bare bones one and you really, really like what you get. Here it does say genuine lambskin leather jacket though, so it does say genuine lambskin, so it should be a good material, hopefully. I hope. It does say the Requiem bullets are die cast, so it actually does call out die cast on that. Doesn't really call it out on the other one if they're die cast or anything. So this one we know for sure has die cast bullets, at least. Not weapons or anything, just bullets. And the head sculpt does have movable eyeballs, and it has a broad-shouldered muscular male body. So that's good to know. So this one, I'm not really feeling too much, but let me know. What do you think? Am I just not seeing the Leonness here in the head sculpt? Maybe it's like fantastic and I'm just missing it. Maybe I'm just blinded by the implanted hair a little bit. But then there's this one. So X Studio, this is the first Leon Kennedy that I saw that was coming out from Resident Evil 9. I was like, heck yeah, I might need to order that. But then now we have other ones, and the head sculpt, I don't know how I'm feeling it too well. The shirt or like the jacket looks a bit stiff to me. Like it's not really, yeah, it just looks like a box. And then here you can see it looks kind of stiff when he's holding the chainsaw. So I don't know, because when we did that live stream, I was talking about this one and I was like, yeah, I think I might need to get that one, because even the up near the jacket, all the fluff looks pretty cool, pretty good. I like all the fluff up there. It kind of reminds me of that first one. But now looking at it, I just don't know. We'll do that comparison I mentioned, but you do get 2 head sculpts. So the hair looks all right, looks pretty decent. You do get this one, the kind of more neutral one. And then I don't think this one, we'll just double check. I don't know if it has rolling eyeballs. We'll double check before I start yapping, because I always do that. I'm like, I don't think this has this, and then it does. So we'll see. And then the damaged ones, you see some blood up there, some dirt, some grime, some blood right down there. Looks pretty good, but I'm not too familiar with X Studio, but their presentation picture-wise looked pretty clean. I mean, look at this. You have him standing there, looks pretty pristine. Also, maybe he's just standing there non poses because, you know, the jacket's a bit stiff. And then you can see the alternative head sculpt up there. He does come with a nice array. I like the way they lay it out. It looks pretty cool. I'm hoping, I'm kind of hoping that base right there is kind of scaled down just for the picture, because like that's kind of tiny, or if that's not even the base, I don't know. Hopefully it's just scaled down for the image, but you see you get 2, 4, 6, so 6 gloved hands, and then for ungloved hands you get 2 with the infection and 2 uninfected ones, just neutral ungloved hands. You get the chainsaw with blood all over it, which is kind of sick. You get some holster. Ignore that. You get some holsters. You get the injector. You get the grenade, his one handgun, the watch, some bullets. Oh, the bullets, that's probably what was in the other one. I just couldn't tell because it was super low resolution. You get the green vial. You get some Requiem bullets, a phone, I think. Not gonna lie, for some reason, the bolt action rifle on this one kind of gets me. I do really like the bolt action rifle. It looks awesome. Is it the #1 selling point for this one for me? I don't know, but the flashlight looks kind of cool. I do like all the weapons he comes with. So you see the sawed-off shotgun with the, or not sawed-off shotgun, the pistol grip shotgun with the grip at the end, the little Uzi right there. You got the Requiem, you got the hatchet. It's a nice array. It looks pretty clean, especially the base says Resident Evil Requiem on it. Pretty clean looking. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, the base is magnetic. I don't think they called it out, but I think on another listing I saw, they called it out. Not 100% sure, but I think that's what I remember. But you see this one actually is a decent price, $220. So I'm kind of debating between this one and, of course, the one with the implant hair. The implant hair one is $160 or $180. Can't math, apparently. About $180 more than this one. but is $180 better? And I don't even know is it third party if they're going to turn out as good. That's the whole thing, because this one looks nice. The base looks good, but the other one has that diorama style RPD base, which I do really like. Here's everything it comes with. 2 different head sculpts, of course, the body, the hands. It says leather jacket, but it doesn't call out if it's like genuine leather or anything like that right here. You see, it doesn't really call out anything about die cast, so not really sure on that one. But of course, some of these ones, they come in and in third parties, they just surprise us. Like that Barbosa has been surprising a lot of collectors. Funny, from 1/6 Outfitters, they sent me my final payment or whatever for it, or not final payment, but the invoice for it. I paid it a week ago or something like that, so it should be coming in soon. The Barbosa, very excited for that because that's an awesome looking third party figure. We'll see when the review comes out on the channel, because I've been getting a little ahead trying to get through my backlog and stuff like that. And I have a lot of in-art figures coming in because I'm kind of addicted to in-art right now. We'll probably make a separate video talking about my in-art addiction, because you don't even want to know how much I spent in all the boxes currently next to me. But let's do the side-by-side comparison. So these two, between these two, I definitely am feeling more the implanted hair one. The sculpted hair here on the right is not the sculpted hair version of the one on the left. It's the sculpted hair one on its own. I don't know. I'm not feeling that head sculpt too much. Looks like more like his cheekbones are maybe too defined or something. I mean, he has defined cheekbones. There's something that throws me off about that head sculpt. Like the Requiem looks good. The outfit looks all right. But I do really like the subtle kind of wrinkling in this jacket. Like everything on this one does look really cool. I really like the base. I do really like the implanted hair. Part of me is like, if I don't get the implanted hair, am I going to regret it? Or since it's third party, am I getting implanted hair and then regret it because I had to waste my money and the hair looks horrible, or it's third party and comes out horrible, or, oh, excuse me, it just never releases. Gosh, Leon's messing me up right now, apparently. And then here you can see the X Studio one. So this is the other one I'm kind of debating between. And these pictures, not gonna lie, this is a horrible X Studio picture. He's just kind of like crooked sideways. This one here is doing an awesome pose. And then this Leon's like, I'm tilted right now or something like that. So between these two, this is a debate for me between these two. Like, which one to you guys, please let me know down in the comments, looks better. I think all the straps and all the holsters and stuff look really cool on this one here on the left. Love that base, looks freaking awesome. But the X Studio one is no slouch, especially at that price. The hair doesn't look as good, of course. It's not rooted or anything or implanted or whatever it's going to be for this one. But yeah, this is a debate for me. The jacket also looks pretty stiff. This one also does look pretty dang good. I do really like it on that one. And then here, just comparing the X Studio and this one, I don't know. We'll compare it to the game model, because this one, I don't know, too poofy, too not just, I just don't really see Leon there. Maybe it's just me, but I'm not digging that one, to be honest. I didn't even call out what the other ones, the companies were. So X Studio for this one. What was this one? Weathered Kennedy, PY Studio. So PY Studio, which is also, well, I need to go back. Wait a minute. PY Studio. So I guess PY Studio is competing with themselves. So they're coming out with this awesome looking Leon, more accessories and stuff. Then they're also coming out with this one, which doesn't look as good. Unless the website's wrong and they're not both PY Studio. I don't know. That's very, very intriguing, actually. Okay, I guess PY Studio is competing with himself. Then there's X Studio. So I don't know. PY Studio really wants their money. They're making multiple ones, apparently. But between these two, I'm definitely feeling X Studio a little bit more. Just like the head sculpt more. The hair, yeah, the detail looks pretty nice. I just don't like how wavy or like not flowy, but you know what I mean? Like curly this one is, I guess I should say. It's a bit more detailed, a little too detailed maybe. And then here is the in-game model. Can't even lie. Side by side right here with this one, it looks freaking great. Of course, he's battle damaged and not battle damaged here on the left. But man, the around the neck, the actual fur right there looks pretty spot on to me. The hair looks pretty good, pretty flat. Does look pretty nice. It's not all flowy like that one, but we'll do the side by side. It's got the Requiem. The pants, maybe they're a little baggier on the figure. I don't know. The pants do look pretty good though. The boots look pretty good. The hands, the gloves, pretty much nailed. Looks pretty awesome. The coat, pretty spot on. The straps right there on the chest, or the stomach region, I should say, looks pretty good. The belt, like I think this one's pretty spot on, to be honest. That one looks really, really good. And then here is the X Studio one. The jacket looks a bit stiff, like I said, but still it looks pretty good. Like side by side right here, the face structure, I really see Leon Kennedy. The hair, the way it flows and everything, it sits, I definitely see that. It looks really good. See the Requiem, they nailed everything, like every detail in the jacket from what I'm seeing. Actually, They are missing one button, so they have 3 buttons. They are missing one. Does this one have the 4th button? 1, 2, 3. Unless it's under there. Maybe so far they both missed a button. It's a big button conspiracy now, but yeah, he also, I guess, gosh, it's so hard to tell on theirs because they didn't have a lot of studios for, or not a lot of pictures for the X Studio one, but I think he does have the stomach buckles. They look like they're kind of close. I don't know. The X Studio one, side by side, I'm not really feeling it as much now. The pants, they look a little tighter, I think, than this one. So maybe that's a little more accurate because they look pretty like tight, but also a little baggy right here. Well, that's counterproductive. Tight, but also a little wrinkly is what I meant to say. So maybe that's a little more accurate. Yeah, I don't know. And then this one, I don't know who the heck that is, to be honest. Like the hair doesn't look right. The face structure doesn't, I mean, the face structure, it's okay. It just doesn't look as good to me. Jacket's way too poofy up there for the price they're charging. Yeah, no, I'd rather get X Studio over this one. So personally, I think that we're going to eliminate this one. Wanted to show it off, but no, I think we have to eliminate this one now in the running. But pretty much, yeah, these are the two I'm debating between. You can see right here on the left, also with the jacket off. I'm glad they showed the jacket off pictures. I love the holster right there for the Requiem under the shirt or under the jacket. That's just sick. I don't know. I think the X Studio did show the overall shot. It had it, but the base, that base is awesome looking. Just, I'm really liking the implanted hair one. It's just so pricey, man. Like, yeah. Maybe it'll be worth it. Maybe I just got to take the risk. Definitely help me out in the comments. I don't want to place any orders until I hear from you guys, because I need your help with this one. If I make a big mistake, yeah. And here's kind of comparing the battle damage head sculpt. So yeah, it's not really up close, but I think the detail is a little better on this one still. The implant hair one looks pretty good on here, all the battle damage, but just the extra detail on the implanted hair one I do really like. And the base is what gets me. The base is just sick, especially because you could pose him and the other secret character, because the other secret one at the very end we're going to look at doesn't come with a base, so you could pose them together and that'll actually be pretty sick. You probably guess what character it is at this point, but you know, we'll see it. Got to tease you a little bit, keep you watching. All right, I guess I got a little too hyped up and clicked the back button on my mouse and just completely closed my PowerPoint. But what I was saying is, I guess between these two, I'm leaning more towards the rooted hair one. Could also just be the rooted hair. It looks cool, but like the price, is it $108 more or better than this one? But then again, buy nice, buy twice. That whole mindset is always good, especially because I was trying to be cheap, not getting into in-art figures, I guess, even for stuff I love, like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. And like I said, we'll make a separate video talking about that. And now I had to pay more to get into them because I just, yeah, we won't get into that yet. But that's what I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking maybe this one, but definitely help me out in the comments because I definitely need help with these two. Here you can see just the overall shot for X Studio again. Here's the overall shot for whoever the heck that is. And here's the overall shot for the implant hair one. Also threw in the sculpted hair one, but you know, not really feeling the sculpted hair as much. If I want to save $100, maybe. Or for you out there, if you want sculpted, there's a sculpt option for that one, because that's what I'm thinking looks a little better. But yeah, for me, I'm leaning more towards this one or this one. So definitely help me out in the comments, because the base wise, that one definitely looks better right here. I love the big diorama base, but that one looks kind of clean. It has a clean look to it, but I wouldn't be posing him like this. I'd want him in like a cool stance or something. This one showed off some cool stances. So it's a tough one. They also didn't show any pictures of him with the jacket off, if I'm remembering correctly. So you can probably take it off him, most likely. I just don't know what it's going to look like under there. He does have the big Requiem holster. Like that's the same. Maybe this one will come out and be a banger. Like, especially when we get more photos or something, when other collectors get this one. But still, this one, I saw the announcement pictures of this one, and this is the one that made me want to make this video, because now I'm like, dang, I just want to hear from you guys, especially if you tell me that the company making this one is absolute trash, then I definitely want to know that. Like, let me know all your stuff on those ones. But now let's get into Grace, because there's a couple different Graces. So right off the bat, if this one's a bit different than the other usual Grace look, I believe this is a DLC skin. If this is a Grace look you want, this is probably the figure you want right here. This one doesn't say, I think it's CLG. It's the company making it. Well, we'll check out in the overall shot, but this one does look pretty good. Silicone for the body, not sure how durable it's going to be. It has some battle damage on it, which looks good, but will it rub off? That's the question, because yeah, even Hot Toy silicone, sometimes the tattoos and stuff rub off. So it looks nice. The head sculpt's very damaged. They might have emphasized some proportions, but you know, that's just how it is. The pants, I do really like the pants. They're really like tailored really well, in my opinion. Like just everything about them looks really good. I love the zippers. I love the knee pads. I love the boots. The boots look awesome. But I know this isn't really her maybe iconic look, but it does look really, really cool. Like she even gets the Requiem. So this one, you see the overall shot real quick. And there's two versions. This is the battle damage or like worn, weathered version, I guess, whatever you want to call it. There's a clean version we'll look at next, but she gets the Requiem. She gets that bag, which is all weathered up. She gets the boots all weathered. She gets whatever the heck kind of gun that is. I guess I don't even know what the heck that is. She gets this little one right here. She gets the, is that sculpted or is that fabric? I can't tell. It looks like it might be sculpted, either a sculpted or fabric neck covering. No, it has to be fabric because the ends moved up there and then it's down there. So yeah, okay, so it must be all fabric for that. She gets a strap right here for, it looks like the belt, I believe. So you can put the holster on there. And then of course she gets just 2 pairs of hands. Yeah, it's not a lot of hands, finger off trigger hands and gripping hands. So not a lot of hands, actually. Not that great. So you don't get a ton with this one, but she does look pretty good. The hair looks all right. We'll compare with the actual model from the game, of course, but 225 bucks for her. Not too bad. I mean, it's third party, so you know, it's a little pricey for third party, but FBI agent Grace. So it's the FBI outfit look by, yeah, CGL Toys. So if you know anything about CGL Toys, yeah, just let us know in the comments. And then there's a clean version. So basically I'd say this one isn't really worth going for. Like this one's 225. This one is 215. It's all right. It's basically the same figure. Just if you want the clean look, you get this one. Looks like the bag isn't like all dirty how it is here. No blood or anything. No weathering on the pants. It's just a whole clean look. Basically, they made the figure, didn't add any weathering yet, and there you go. But to me, all the weathering, like the boots, the backpack, everything is worth on this one, especially for another $10. Unless you plan on like weathering or changing it up yourself. $10, I'd say go for this the battle damage version personally, but I'm also a fan of battle damage. If you want this look, a clean outfit, yeah, but for me, presents and stuff wise, I always like battle damage, so I really like how that one looks. But for me, that's probably not the Grace I would go for. Cool looking figure, but I'd probably go for more of this look with the brown jacket. More, at least, like I said, I haven't played the game yet, but more in my head what I would want. Also, Grace, not sure if she's one I would need. I could probably wait till I play the game or something to pick up one of these. But I still want your opinion in the comments because, not gonna lie, I kind of want to build out more Resident Evil figures. When I start seeing more good looking third party ones, I want to start picking them up. That's why I was going to pick up the X Studio. I was like, maybe I need to play the game first, but then I might miss them. And then like GTA is like, oh, we're coming out. And then just too many games coming out at once. So I don't know when I'm going to get to Resident Evil 9, but I really need to get through my gaming backlog. That's why I have the gaming channel now pretty much. So for her, definitely look like the proportions are a little more emphasized here on Grace Ashcroft. Okay. I don't know why I struggled so much to read that, but Grace Ashcroft. But she has like the bandage you can put on the arm. She gets the silicone arms. This one I'm a little I don't know if nervous is the right word, but the silicone, I don't know. It just doesn't look that great. The whole outfit looks all right. This is made by the same people who made the Leon with that base. So you see she gets that same style of base, part railing, part floor, kind of broken off. So it does look cool, the diorama-ness of it. But the face, I'm really not feeling her face, to be honest. I mean, well, obviously I'm not reaching through touching her face or anything, but I don't know. I'm just not liking how it's looking right now. But you do get some bandages and stuff to bandage her up under the shirt or under the arms. And then here you see some more shots. Here's her in the rain. I don't know, the jacket, the tailoring and stuff don't look that great on her. Like for their Leon figure, he looked awesome. They didn't even do like a rooted hair, at least from what I saw. They didn't do an implant hair version of her. They probably know she wouldn't sell as well, so maybe that's why. But it's just not looking great to me. Here's the overall shot though. So you see the bandages and stuff you can add to her. She gets some ammo. She gets her handgun, the Requiem. She gets the gas canister. Yeah. She gets 3 different knives. I'm guessing these are maybe skins or something for it, like red, either all bloody or like a clean one. And then just a regular knife. 2 photos, it looks like. 4 different injectors, another injector looking thing, whatever the heck that is, a green vial. A bag of maybe keys or something. She gets a backpack. The base, like I said, the saving point for this one is the base. The saving grace of this one is the base right there. She gets maybe a pin. Is that like a feather pin or something? She gets some files. She gets some gold coins, FBI badge. I just skipped this line apparently. FBI badge, whatever that is. Flashlight, phone, watch, and little lighter. So Yeah, this one is okay. This is definitely one that I was kind of debating between, but then we'll talk about the one I'm probably leaning towards if I do get one, for one main reason. If you watch that live stream, you already know. But this one's also 285. Like, what? That's kind of pricey. The sculpted hair Leon was 300, so it kind of makes sense. It's around that ballpark. She has silicone for the upper body, and or not upper body. At least the arms and stuff look like silicone. So 285, a little pricey, especially third party. The head, the face, like the hair especially, doesn't look that great. Like sometimes third party sculpted hair doesn't look great at all. Like Hot Toys usually nails sculpted hair, but third parties are they're still trying to get there. Then this is the X Studio one, and the X Studio one honestly is the one I'm kind of feeling for Grace. This one does look pretty good. I like how it looks with the backpack. The hair actually looks pretty nice. I do like how the hair looks. The face to me looks better, especially when we compare it to the model, or the in-game model, I should say. I like the way the pants look. I do like how the X Studio one's looking for this one. You see she gets two different head sculpts. So she gets this one here. Like I said, the hair actually looks pretty good. She gets the clean head sculpt and the battle damage one. So some blood and everything around the mouth, on the forehead. So I am kind of feeling this one. It does look pretty good. If I'm remembering correctly, you know what? We got to double check on Leon. Got to remember if he had rolling eyeballs. Just say the X Studio one had rolling eyeballs. It just says head sculpt. So I'm going to assume no rolling eyeballs, which is, I probably should have mentioned that. Another reason I was kind of debating on the X Studio one. I don't think any of the X Studio photos really had his head or the eyes moved at all. Yeah, he's just facing forward, it looks like. So I don't think there's moving eyeballs on that one, which is actually a pretty big downside. So that's another reason I was leaning towards the other one. Which now that I'm looking at it for Grace, sorry if it's like flashing or something. The rolling eyeball feature is kind of nice on that because it's also magnetic. It's just, I don't know, the proportions and the look of the figure, I don't like as much as the X Studio. And then the X Studio overall shot, I love the typewriter, man. I'm a sucker for that typewriter right there. I just really want that typewriter. Hopefully the base is bigger. Like I said, it's also just right there. She also gets the bandages if you want to put the bandage around her up top or in her arm. So it looks like you can take the jacket off and do kind of what you can do with her with this figure. You're supposed to look at this one with the bandages and stuff on it. So you do still get that option if you put the head sculpt or battle damage head sculpt. I do like how the jacket looks on her though. But also Grace, as of now for me, isn't an iconic Resident Evil character yet. It's just not going to lie to you. That typewriter right there is what gets me. But you can see all the stuff she comes with. It's a cool looking machine gun, just the bandages, some ammo, the hands, just a bunch of different stuff in there. That typewriter, they knew what they were doing with that typewriter because typewriter, you know, it's iconic for fans of Resident Evil. So kind of that's the number one reason why I would want the X Studio Grace, to be honest. That typewriter. So it looks cool. Don't know if I need a Grace just for a typewriter, but she's also 220, so not crazy expensive, but also, you know, pricier, especially third party. Third party is always riskier. So X Studio. So doing some side by sides, you see what I mean? Like this one here, I like the rolling eyeballs. The hair is a bit messier, but we'll compare it to the in-game model to make sure that this one does look better. But just looking at it wise, figure wise, I do like the one on the left more. The proportions look a little weird here on the right. Like the jacket seems a little short. Maybe you could pull it down or something. Maybe it's just because her arm's lifted. Here it also kind of lifts up in the front a little and looks kind of too big, maybe. But we'll compare it just to make sure, like, see which is right. Pants wise, maybe the one on the right, like they're a little tighter, but also the pants look pretty similar. Maybe the left one, just the left one looks more like a human to me. The right one looks kind of weird, out of proportion a little bit. Just let me know what you think between those two, because those are the two I'm kind of debating between. And then just for fun, I threw in the FBI one. So the FBI one overall does look pretty awesome, but yeah, also her hair is a bit lighter than it is here. I don't know if that's how the in-game skin is, but yeah. So here's the model from the game, and her hair actually, at least this picture, does look kind of crazy. They literally copied the in-game pose. So, you know, they get some points for that, I guess. They have the pose just to show the frizzy hair and everything. Does make sense. So, you know, they get some points for that. The face, okay. I mean, the face does look all right. Now doing the side by side, actually. Now I'm actually thinking this one's not too bad. Proportions wise, yeah, they do seem a little exaggerated, but you know. Then the jacket looks all right. I mean, maybe still a little short to me, or maybe it's just because her arms raised. Like I said, maybe the jacket's just a little too small overall. It could be a little bigger. Pants look pretty good. Yeah, you have the detail in there. just more pronounced here on the actual in-game model. The boots look pretty accurate. So, okay, you know what? I'm actually thinking this one's not too bad. And if I get like Leon and Grace from the same studio, then at least it would kind of go together. She also gets a half stair base. But like I said, I'm just going to wait till you guys give me some feedback. Here, this one's also not too bad. Like the X Studio one, the jacket, now I'm looking at it, it does seem a little oversized, especially in the front. Like this front flap could have been like half the size. Yeah, and then proportions do look better though, except also her pants aren't as tight. Okay, maybe I'm leaning more towards the other one now. X Studio though, they got that typewriter. That's what kind of, that's their saving grace right now. You know, literally that's what's saving grace right now. Hair wise, it does look pretty good. Just, I guess the whole frizzy kind of disheveled, if that's the right word, nature of this one is a little bit more accurate. Just, yeah, then she doesn't have the backpack on here, but you have the backpack and stuff. So, you know, maybe I'm leaning a bit more towards the other one because I guess she has a more slimmer figure, and here does look a little wider. So maybe the proportions, they kind of looked more human-like better at first, but this one, just whatever body they chose though, a little exaggerated. But yeah, the overall shot of the FBI one right here. Then here's the overall shot of this one, which I guess maybe I'll lean towards a little bit more now actually, because I like the base. No typewriter though. That's what's killing it for me. No typewriter, but she does look pretty good. And then here you can see the typewriter. That's the main selling point. So let me know what you think about the Graces as well. But now this one, you know, I'm buying this one. This is Ada Wong, which they called it Ada W by Toy Stay. It's gonna say Toy Tay, but Toy Stay. So let me know if you know more about Toy Stay. I think they're doing a Lara Croft as well, which I'm still kind of debating on. But this one I definitely need to get. Even if I don't, well, I think I'm going to get one of the Leons. But having her and Leon, that'd just be sick. This looks really, really good. The price honestly wasn't too bad too. Like everything looks pretty good. The proportions don't look too crazy exaggerated like some figures do. I love that you can have the gun on the back right there. That's why I chose this picture. Okay, I chose this picture right here for no other reason except the gun on the back. So you can see the gun on the back, all the holsters and everything. I love the fact she's just all geared up. The boots look awesome. The little stockings, I think they're called, look really good. Gosh, that gun right there in the holster. This is a sick look for her. I definitely need to throw down a pre-order on this one. Like the head sculpt looks pretty great. We'll compare it to the in-game model as well. But they pretty much nailed this one, to me at least. But let me know if you have problems with this one. It's third party, so yeah. Here's the in-game model. Like I said, the proportions don't look too exaggerated. It looks pretty accurate. The whole outfit looks really good. The head, like the hair, that's basically how her hair looks. Pretty like one piece. How do you describe? I'm horrible with describing hair, I guess, but kind of all together where there's no like frizziness or anything crazy like that. Just all one piece like that. The face looks pretty good. I think, did I put another picture in here? No, I didn't put any other pictures of her face, but to me, the face looks pretty good. Like you're definitely gonna be able to see this in your collection and think, yeah, that's Ada Wong. That's the real G right there. And then here, especially you can like putting her with Leon or something. Of course, I would love to have a Resident Evil 4 Leon, but I don't know when we're going to get that. So for now, definitely feeling more a Requiem one. But here's actually everything she comes with. She comes with that shotgun, which looks pretty cool. Comes with that little submachine gun, which looks pretty cool. That can hang on her back. This, I'm trying to remember, is that her? Don't tell me. Grapple gun? Or is that just like a really cool looking gun she has? I want to say that's her grapple gun, because you do get the grapple hook right there. She gets that cool looking handgun right there. She gets a knife. She gets a grenade, a flashbang maybe. I don't know if you can store those on her or they just give you to her or give them to you. Yeah, she gets different gloves. So she gets a kind of interesting looking half on gloves, like the kind of, whatever the heck you want to call those ones. And you get some full gloves. So that's pretty cool looking. Then you also get, yeah, the grappling hook. You get the keys with a little bear on them. You get, I think, a flashlight maybe. Then right here, you get the walkie-talkie, and then you get the virus. So this one, that one's definitely got to be coming home. It's third party. You never know when they're going to release. You never know how they're going to turn out. But I sometimes some third parties you got to risk, because you never know when you're going to officially license ones. And Hot Toys did an Ada Wong when I was like looking in to see if there are other Ada Wongs out there in the past, and that one looked really, really bad. So this one does look better than that one, you know, as technology develops and stuff. So this is a red sweater version. There's one more version I'll show you, but that one I'm not really feeling too much. It looks cool, but this is the look for her I personally prefer. looks more tactical and everything like that. And this one's 180 on, like, there's probably other sites, of course, that have it cheaper, but then shipping might be more, tariffs, like whatever the heck. So 180, that's honestly not too bad. Under 200 bucks for that. I think that's a pretty good bargain, you know? I mean, I think it looks pretty good. And then here is the other version. So you can get her with the dress, the silicone arms. I don't know if she has silicone arms under this. Like, they probably did make it silicone arms under that. But then again, if they break or something, you're not going to really see it. This one you will see if they break, but this one does look pretty cool too. She gets a similar array of everything, just a little less. You don't get some of the extra tactical looking stuff, but you get some pretty cool looking essentials, and the dress looks pretty nice. So if that's the version of Ada you really want, definitely let me know. But this is a version I'm definitely locking in. But I just need to know which Grace looks best to you, and if this is the Leon I should go for, or if X Studios looks better, because even the muscle proportions look pretty good. Yeah, so let's talk about it down in the comments. I'm definitely need your guys' help, because I'm kind of leaning more towards this Leon with the implant hair, just taking the risk on the implant hair. Definitely picking up the Ada, debating getting a Grace. Definitely kind of want to maybe play the game first. Just gotta, I don't know, I guess rush through Black Flag, finish that series on the channel, and then get to it before Wolverine comes out in September. Then GTA is going to take over literally in November. Man, so much stuff to do. So check out the gaming channel. We're going to have lots of fun over there. I came out recently with a pretty fun, like 007 Taxim video. Hopefully, yeah, if you check that out, you enjoy it. Definitely appreciate feedback down in the comments over there as well. And yeah, give the video a like if you enjoyed it. I know it was, yeah, a bit of a long one actually, but I really wanted to talk about this. Just get all my thoughts out there, get your thoughts down in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, hit subscribe for much more content like this. And until next time, stay 6 scale.